Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. I haven't even got the stream up yet, so I don't even know if I'm talking to no one or anything. But yes, we're here for the Super GTs Round 3 at St. Croix. And hopefully this is working. There you go, I can hear myself. And Katula, you are dead to me now. We're just getting ourselves ready to start. And ironing ourselves up. So, not much time. Excuse me. They're going to form a grid, which is the reverse. We're at St. Croix for two 40-minute races. One race, they have to use the super softs and the mediums, which is the first race, and they qualify on the... Well, they're not, it's a qualifying race. And then in the second 40-minute race, they use the hards and the soft tyre. But they're just getting themselves ready to go to the grid for a 3-lap qualifying race. And the order I've got, but not everyone will be here, because I think I've already seen that Web Smurfer is unable to attend. So Jim will be on pole, followed by Bandit, Ensign Hewitt, Skyjacker, Katula, Shoren, Guesty, Homesick Alien, Anton Poiker, Racer Brown, Haza, Bunny, Liam Anfield, and Groot. That is the order they'll be lining up. That's the reverse of the championship. I don't know how long I've got. I can try and tell you the table after 2 rounds. He's saying good luck all, so we'll be away pretty soon. But you may have guessed, Haza is leading this championship on 55 points. Second to Racer Brown, who's also on 55 points. Anton Poiker's on 53 points. Homesick Alien's 4th on 50 points. Guesty's 5th on 47 points. Shoren's 6th on 40 points, Katula 7th on 36 points, Skyjacker 8th on 33 points, Ensign Hewitt's 9th on 28 points, Bandit's 10th on 27 points, Jim's 11th on 25 points, Digiblasmy's 12th on 9 points. Hang on. Oh, I've just minimalised it. Web Smurfer 8 points, and Liam Manfield Bunny have not scored. That's the grid that we're looking at. Let's get rid of the awful numbers. It's not a bad angle. We'll stick with it. Jim on pole. Super softs all the way. Let's go. Racer Brown in the chat saying hello. It's a rolling start. For some reason I thought it was a standing start, but what do I know? So Jimbo in his Lexus leads them away for a 3-lap dash around St. Croix, and Bandit chasing him down with Ensign Hewitt a very close third there. Lexus v Lexus at the front. And oh, this coming through really quickly is Katula. He is wasting no time when it comes to Ensign Hewitt. He's carried a lot more speed through that first corner, as has Shoren. And Ensign Hewitt got swallowed up there totally and utterly by the Russian and the Spanish driver, and they are duking it out with Katula in third, Shoren in 4th. Ensign Hewitt right there though, ready to get back some position as Guesty tries to make his way through the field in 6th. Homesick Alien 7th. He's got Anton Poiker nipping at his heels. It looks fast and frantic out there. It is crazy. Racer Brown in 9th, Haza at 10th, and a Groot, the new boy, in 11th. Beautiful stuff. So, oh, Bandit's made a move. Bandit has made a move on the Jim. Let's see if we can quickly catch that. There we go, coming over the bridge. Jim went on to the left side to be defensive, or maybe he just wanted to let Bandit through so he could grab a bit of a toe himself. But that's how the move was made, and now Bandit is leading this qualifying session with Katula trying to break Shoren's toe. Toe coming through. Shoren, I mean. But he's on the outside. It puts him on still on the outside of a very fast part of the track, side by side. Shoren and Katula. Katula's got that inside line. Can they slow the cars down enough? And they can. Oh, Shoren's on a bit of a back step there. And Ensign Hewitt might be looking to make the move. Jim's back ahead. Jim is back ahead of the Bandit. These two duking it out there. Oh, lovely little sparks from Jim. And Katula nipping. He's pulled away from that Shoren after we saw Shoren have a bit of a wobble with Ensign Hewitt so close in 5th, and he's got Guesty breathing down his neck. Anton Poiker, he's made his way past Homesick Alien. It's all shuffling out there. And Anton Poiker up into 7th. Homesick Alien 8th at the moment. They're on their second lap around. I hadn't noticed Skyjacker. Is he not here? Well, if Skyjacker's here. Oh, Shiren looks like he's got something wrong. Oh, Bandit as well. Bandit's dropped a couple of places. Let's get to the outer view then. So Jim leads. Cthulhu now in second. And Bandit fighting for that second on the grid with Cthulhu. Whoa, big wobble there from Bandit. Cthulhu continues on. And it's coming downhill, breaking into that very wiggly section. Anton Poika, absolute lightning. It is on his car, and he is lightning because he's up to fourth already. Guesty fifth, Racer Brown sixth. We've had a shuffle here with Ensign and Shiren dropping down the order. Homesick Alien there. There is Groot ahead of Haza. He's dropped quite a bit behind the field. I don't know if he had an off or not. But Jim, 1.8 second lead on Cthulhu for this qualifying sprint. 3 laps around St. Croix to set up the grid for the next race, and it looks like Anton Poika is trying to get himself up into third early doors. There's nothing stopping this man. Man alive, he is fast. There, Bandit and Guesty both tackling. Anton Poika, it looked like Guesty was wide there, but he's got the move done on Bandit. Anton Poika putting a wheel out there, giving Guesty a look, half a sniff. And Guesty will say, yes, please. But Anton Poika making that car as wide as he possibly can. And Guesty dropping behind the Bandit. Bandit slipping one up the insider of Guesty. He didn't even see it coming. Will Anton Poika see this one coming? Oh, I thought that was tight, lad. Racer Brown there in 6th. He's joined the fray with Shiren in 7th. Ensign Hewitt in 8th. Groot's up to 9th now, ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien not having the best of times here at St. Croix. And nor is Haza, it seems. Last lap around for this 3-lap sprint, and Jim's got 1.4 seconds to get that pole position, with Cthulhu in 2nd place and Anton Poika chasing him down. That will be the top 3 of the grid if it stays this way. Bandit 4 fighting off Racer Brown. Guesty's dropped behind Racer Brown now, but luckily for Bandit, Guesty giving Racer Brown a lot of hassle there and keeping him off of Bandit's back doors. Whoa, Racer Brown, here's the barrier. That barrier is a killer, and Racer Brown's just hits it wholesale. So Jim, you can do this if you try. Jim. He's in the lead. I'm at Homesick saying, evening thingy, all okay with you? It's at Tickety Boo, thank you very much for asking. And Jim is clinging on to that pole position with Cthulhu, bringing it home to annoy Jim, because it's 4/10 now. We're getting around. There's a few nasty corners coming our way. Can Jim keep Cthulhu at bay? Anton Poika up into 3rd. Bandit's lovely place in 4th. Groot making his way up through the grid. The new boy has got himself 5th place. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad at all. With Guesty following him around. Then Shiren in 7th. Homesick Alien is 8th place. Haza's up to 9th. Ensign Hewitt's dropped again to 10th. And there is a Racer Brown. And Jim, though, we're watching him as he comes around the right-hander. He looks like he's got it all in hand, just chasing it to the line. And there we see Jim cross the line in the Lexus. Fantastic stuff. He grabs pole. Cthulhu in 2nd. Anton Poika 3rd. Bandit grabs 4th. Groot grabs 5th. Guesty in 6th. Shiren in 7th. Homesick Alien comes home in 8th. Haza grabs himself 9th. Ahead of Racer Brown in 10th. And Ensign Hewitt crawling across the line. Maybe not a track he's going to enjoy. Possibly. And that is your grid for the next 40-minute race. And there he goes. There's Jimbo. All right, bud. Look at you. Look at you. You're dashing, my friend. All right, let's get the drink on. I'll go show you the grid. Here you go. That's the grid. Jim on pole with Cthulhu alongside Anton Poika on the 2nd row alongside Bandit. Then on the 3rd row, we've got Groot alongside Guesty. Shiren in 7th on the 4th row alongside Homesick Alien. Haza in the 5th row with Racer Brown, and then Ensign Hewitt holding up the tail. But Haza, look at him. He got the fastest lap in that race, so one to watch He's top of the championship for a reason, ladies and gents, and that's because he's very swift. Excuse me. All the apologies going out. It did look fast and frantic, I must say. I bet they don't even know they hit. It looks like Guesty's not sure about the Shiren thing. Oh, he's saying no worries. So it looks like, yeah, we're in for a treat in this next 40 minutes. Like I said, they've got to use the super soft tyre and the medium tyre. They have to use them both. We'll see who starts the race on what. I don't know if anyone's entered. Oh, Racer Brown's asking if we're ready. That's courtesy. It's I thought it was straight in. It's like, decide if you're ready. You've just done 3 laps. You're ready to go for the others. I suppose it's in case they're changing tyres and stuff. Homesick Alien out there giving it full beans on the mediums, going for the mediums on the start. That puts him on the faster tyre come the second part of the race. We saw that fuel, I think they did need to top up. I'm pretty sure last week they were having to top up a bit of fuel off. So many races, I forget what the strategies are like. I think they were doing, some of them were needing to do 2 stops. But the guys at the front, the guys who got the podiums, I think they just made 1 stop. They managed to get them tyres to last. But every race, it's an unknown. It's a super unknown. It looks like a lot of them are opting for those medium tyres. Anton Poiker, we have noticed he does prefer to start on the super softs. Ensign Ewer also is looking like he wants a set of super softs on the go. And Jim, from pole, he's going for super softs. He's going to try and bolt it, and it's a good call. We've seen other people do that, whilst people lower down who's second. Oh, Catula on the mediums. That's good. That's very good. Well, Bruce knew. We'll forgive him his why, because he's only just started racing with us, so we'll overlook that one. But here we go then. So yeah, Catula second on the grid. He's on the medium tyre. Jim is going to be able to get a good jump, but Anton Poiker third. Also on the super soft. Jim, don't race Anton Poiker. Don't try it. Follow him. Catula hopefully will hold up the rest of the field for you on his mediums. I think we saw Bandit on the super softs. Groot, I didn't see what he was on. Guesty on the mediums, I believe. We'll soon find out. So Jimbo getting mentally prepared in that pole position. Catula on the medium tyres shouldn't be a threat when they get to the first corner, and there they go. Then that was a quick hold, wasn't it? And as I thought, Anton Poiker is absolutely rapid off the line, and Jim cleverly not trying to fight him. That's fantastic stuff. They both break into the first corner. Superb stuff. Catula held that third place. The medium tyre runner with Guesty on the mediums in 4th. Groot, he's on the super softs. He'll want to make short work of Catula and Guesty. And he does look like he's looking up the inside of Guesty already. 6th there, Bandit. He's on the super softs as well. I think he dropped back from 4th. So Haza, great start from him. Up to 7th. Shiren in 8th. He's on the mediums. Homesick Aliens on the mediums, and he's gone for he's battling with Racer Brown, who's also on the mediums. And Ensign Ewer, we saw, he went super soft. So Anton Poiker leads this race. Jim in 2nd. Guesty's 3 wide with Groot and Catula. How delicious. Yum yum. And Groot, it looks like he's made it through, but Guesty's got the inside line, but Groot just sees him off there with those super softs. They've extra grip in the corner, playing into Groot's hands. Lovely. And Guesty, best of the rest on those medium tyres. Catula 5th, then Bandit on his super softs. He'll be wanting to get by the 2 ahead of him. Haza also on those super softs, and he usually goes opposite than his fellow countryman, Anton Poiker, we've seen so far this series. But they're both on the super softs. Interesting. Jim then trying to stay with the flying fin for as long as he can. That's all he can hope for. Groot's a very rapid driver as well. I think he's part of the Akapax team. They run the 24-hour endurance races, and when I say 24 hour, they are 24 hours long endurance races. They're on their stream all 24 hours. You might hear a voice familiar to you. And I think the Akapax team, I think they may have won the last one. I'm not sure though, but I'm pretty sure they were in there. So yes, group very rapid, and he's coming upon a Jim just all over the back of him. So Guesty then, he's in that fourth. Haza making his way up in them super softs. Cthulhu's dropped down to sixth. Bandit hasn't made progress. He's lost a position to Haza, if anything. Shiren battling hard, but these are early days. These are guys who are just running the fuel down, getting the tyres bedded in. It's not, well, I say there's not much racing, but there has been some racing. But they shouldn't be, because it's endurance. And they've got to be looking after. That's a nice shot. Lovely. And Ensign on those super softs. Looks like he's just trying to cling on. I think this is like a first step up to the Group 2 cars for him. He's used to the Group 4 and Group 3 cars. He's still getting his head around how ridiculously fast these cars are and how much grip they have in the corner. So it's a big balancing act. And Ensign Hewitt on those super softs. He's coming across Homesick Alien in his Nissan. Homesick Alien, I'm not saying anything. He's been doing this series very low key. He's been low key all the way through it, but ending up with good positions because he's fourth in the championship, only 5 points away from the lead. So Homesick Alien's strategy is keep it low key at the beginning, and then he comes into it come the later part. Groot is definitely caught up Jim, but getting by him, it's another job. But Groot looking snazzy at the moment. He's had a look up the inside of Jim. He's very fast through this section, is Groot, and he wants a piece of that Lexus. He's checking it out one way or the other. Let's get on board with Groot. As we see now, they've hit a little straight patch. Groot can get a nice tow on the Sky Lexus ahead of him, dip it out and go for a nice break into that corner, and he's done the job. Groot up into second place, chasing down Anton Poika, but he's 2.2 seconds behind, and Jim staying with him. It's great pace from Jim so far. 55.5 from Anton Poika, but he is alien-esque. Jim a 56.2, so it's only tenths off of the leader. Haza up to fourth now. Haza is absolutely burning this one. He's driving like he wants to win in them Hondas. You hear horror stories about the Hondas, but so far the flying fins, the pair of flying fins, is dorsal fins, two fins, double fin. Well, Haza and Anton Poika have made that Honda sing so far this season, and it's been singing absolute hymns. Guesty there in fifth. He's 1.7 seconds ahead of Cthulhu. Cthulhu's got his hands full with the Russian. The Russian all up in his business, and Racer Brown, a very rapid driver, also there in eighth. We saw in qualifying he had an argument with a barrier and lost, and now he's having to fight his way back into this race. Bandit again going the wrong way through the pack, and Homesick Alien pulling a move on the Bandit, and Ensign Hewitt following him through for good measure. No, Ensign Hewitt hasn't made it stick yet. He is trying though. He's got the inside line, and Bandit, he hung out that one out quite wide. I think Ensign Hewitt, he gave him an invite for that one. He was very wide, as Bandit having issues with his tyres. These cars, they're gruesome, man. The Group 2 cars are just gruesome to drive, I mean, if you're not used to them. So 2.5 seconds now Groot is, and he's holding 56. Anton Poika 55.1, nearly a second difference. Hang on. 55.1, 55.5, sorry, no, 4/10 difference. Haza's got Jim already. Haza is not wasting any time in that Honda. He's absolutely flying. Jim then has Guesty having a look, and oh lordy, Guesty coming through. He's in the 56.7s with those medium tyres, but the medium tyres now will be lovely and warmed up. Lap 4, really is 6-7 minutes into the race. But those super softs should still have a little bit of cohesion in them. They should be still gripping on to those corners quite sweetly, and it is the corners. You see Jim pulling away in the grippier corners from Guesty, but it's just down these straights that Lexus, well, it's Lexus v Lex High, so can't put it down to the engine. But so far, Guesty and Jim battling it out for that 4th place. Jim's had a little knock with the barrier. Guesty says, yes, please. Thank you very much. And he's through. Guesty up into 4th. 2.3 seconds. He's on medium tyres. This is very solid driving for Guesty. This is great for him. Superb stuff. Jim slipping down into 5th. He's getting a tow from Guesty. He's going to have better grip come the corner. Is he going to try and get a move? Guesty's tried to cover him off. And this is very tight racing from the 2 here. Jim up the inside. He's going for the brakes. Jim, he's getting the position back. Guesty's going the long way round around the outside. It's tight stuff, but Guesty gets it. Just. And Guesty just about gets that move pulled off, and Jim nearly very much got that 4th place from him. This battling, though, the squabbling, is giving Catula the opportunity to close in. So Jim is going to have to start thinking about his rear as well as his front. And Racer Brown not too far off them two either, with Homesick Alien on those medium tyres, being chased by Sharon. We're going to have a second wave of mediums going on soon. Bandit really has dropped off the pace a little bit there. He's in the 59s. The other guys are doing 50. Well, Ensign Newart's 58s. Haas is on some Poikers doing 55s. It's ridiculous. And Groot also in the 55s with those super softs. Haza also in the 55s on the super softs. Guesty 58.2 last time around, but he had to get that move done on Jim. He hasn't shaken Jim off. And Catula now is nipping at Jim's heels. 56.7 is the best Catula's done on those medium tyres. Jim holding ground. He started off with a 56, a beautiful first lap. Done a 58 and 59, but he's had traffic. He's had his hands full. Now Catula, he might get a respite from Catula, because Catula has got to defend from Racer Brown. And Racer Brown is bringing it hard. Homesick Alien loving the sight ahead of him, I'm sure, seeing Racer Brown come across Catula and thinks, I need him. And Sharon clinging onto the back of the Alien, saying, bring me back into the fight. Oh no, a nasty ding. A nasty ding for Sharon against the barrier, giving Homesick Alien a few vital tenths of breathing space down this straight. Ensign Newarт 1.5 seconds behind that battle. He's still in the fight, isn't he? Bandit dropping off again. I don't know what's gone on with Bandit. Looks like he's had a bit of an off. And 2.7 seconds. Groot is not letting Anton Poiker get it all his own way here. Anton Poiker is thinking, my word, who's this new lad? And where's this pace coming from? I'm usually the fastest man here. Haza, though. Haza's put a 55.3 in. He's trying to catch up the Groot. The Groot's going to have his hands full. He's busy looking down the road at Anton Poiker. Is he aware? Is he aware that the other Finn in the Honda is aiming at his rear? Guesty, best of the medium runners so far, in 4th place, only 5 seconds behind Haza. And I think that's the closest we've seen a medium runner with the super soft guys. At 10 minutes, he's what, 10 minutes, 10 seconds behind Anton Poiker. It's a second a minute. The mediums are going to go very long into this race. Anton Poiker is going to be dropping off a lot of pace in the next, I think it's around 12 minutes we're seeing that these tyres just don't have. The super softs don't have it. Although Anton Poiker is doing solid. He has got to the late 55s, and that was red. So we can see that the super softs are starting to lose. They're still faster than the mediums at this point, but there will be a point coming very soon where the mediums will start going very much faster than the super softs. Groot's lost a second now to Anton Poiker, so maybe he's feeling that tyre pressure, and so Haza closing in. He's getting into the tow zone, and Groot will really have to watch out if Haza can stay with him through this section, because then he'll be trying to get a tow off him down the start straight. Guesty in 4th, 3 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. He made short work of Catula, and Catula's still there with Racer Brown, fighting him, but Racer Brown is on the better side of Catula. Oh, a wiggle. And have a wiggle, and Homesick Alien is rubbing his hands, saying, come to me, my pretties, come to me. As he can see very much in his side, sat on board with the alien, the extraterrestrial. still here, I'm drinking my coffee, it's gorgeous. Give me a second. It's been a bad rush, you know. I forgot the race started before 8, so I wasn't quite prepared. I was still sat outside, just enjoying life. And then I had to pick all my equipment up and bring it into the dining room, my iPad and my mobile. That was some doing. Make a coffee. It's all a mad rush, man. Now we can just chill. We're in the middle of the race. We're sat on board with Homesick Alien in 7th place. As he closes in on Catula, but Catula looks like he's losing the back end of Racer Brown there. He is 1.3 seconds. Racer Brown heading away from them. Anton Poika, 4.3 seconds. He's putting this one to bed, isn't he? Groot struggling with grip. 57 last time around. And now he's under some immense pressure from Haase. Haase closing in on the Nissan to make it a Honda dominance again. Breaks down, you see the flames coming out the side of the Nissan as it blows a lot of hot air, but at the moment doesn't seem to be going very fast. Losing time to Haase. They've got 6 seconds from Guesty. He's staying with them. Lovely, isn't he? And they're starting to lose their times now. Anton Poika, 56.1, which is, you know, he's a second faster than normal people. Let's see what he does there. 56.3, still ridiculously fast. 57 last time from Groot. 56.6. Haase with a 56.4. So they're still in the 56s with the Super Softs. Guesty, a 56.8. See, we're getting closer. The times are getting closer, and Guesty is not too far away. And Racer Brown as well, only just under 3 seconds behind Guesty in 5th. This is lining up to be extraordinary. Catula there or thereabouts, but Catula we've seen in this championship so far, he always seems to have good starts, great in there, and then after the pit stops we see him fade away. Maybe that's why he's gone for the medium tyre first, so he can go on to the faster tyre. And he's spotted where his races have been going wrong, and possibly he's going on to the slower tyre in the second half of the race. I'm not surprised they saved the Super Soft for the later part of the race, just because of the fuel tanks. The fuel tanks are a lot lighter come the end of the race, so it's less tyre wear. The car's not as heavy, and plus it's faster for less weight. So you want more grip in the corners. It's science, people, science. But Anton Poika, these guys at the front, they've gone for the Super Softs. They do not care. And Groot's still keeping Haase behind. There's nothing Haase can do at the moment. He's just chipping away at that gap between him and Groot is holding his own. The new boy, the rookie. Seems to have a bit of pace about him. The rest of the guys might want to look into him. Haase, he's definitely looking into him at the moment, thinking, you're in my way, I'm racing that dude ahead of you. Although Racer Brown is in that championship battle, and he's 5th place on the mediums. I think Racer Brown and Guesty are in brilliant place at the moment. Haase then, he's backing up to Groot. Is he getting ready to pounce? It's an interesting battle for 2nd place. Oh, I thought Groot had lost a bit of grip there. We're at St. Croix. I know. It's been too intriguing, this race, to even think of the racetrack. Oh, I want to cut away and have a look around. The tyres are starting to wear now with these Super Softs. You can see Haase's rear left, sorry, is not looking healthy at all. Groot's tyres are looking a little bit better than Haase's at this point. That Honda is nippy though. And Anton Poika 5.6 seconds ahead. Groot fighting everything that Nissan's got to keep the Honda behind him. Guesty, he's got a lovely 2.3 seconds from Racer Brown. He's got it all in hand. He's gone faster than he's gone before with a 56.7, and Guesty is looking very sharp in this race indeed. Then we have a Racer Brown at 56.1. Last time out from him, he's 2.2 seconds, and he's always a threat no matter where he is. Catula slipping back, I think, slipping back into Homesick Alien. Well, Homesick Alien hasn't really made much gains on Catula here, but Shiren has definitely dropped back from the Alien. He was sat right up the Alien's rear, but he's looking after those mediums, so maybe Shiren is thinking of going longer in this race. We will see. Jim in ninth, the pole sitter. Those tyres are looking a bit tragic though. He's in the 2 minutes now, and I don't think them tyres are doing him any favours. He might want to two-stop this one and keep to the mediums and just try and get a nice solid 58s or something. Bandit though, Bandit is in a terrible state as well with his tyres. He's in the 59s though, so he's a little bit faster than Jim at the moment. And Ensign Newitt right at the back. He's come in, he's put the mediums, he gave up. Yeah, his lap times, they were in the 58s. And he's decided to go to the medium tyre. That's probably going to be a two-stopper. And we've just seen Groot disappearing into the pits. He's called it. And that's extraordinary, because he could put another set of super softs on and go for a super stint and then go for mediums. I don't know what his tactic's going to be. But with Haase dropped behind Guesty. Has Haase made a mistake? He did a 2:04 his last time around, and now he's in between Guesty and Racer Brown. Maybe there was something between him and Groot, and that's why Groot pitted, but Groot has gone to the medium tyres, and he's topped right up. I don't know if he needed to top right up. Well, not right up, but he's put a fair whack of fuel in that. Not sure he needed to, but he's come out in 8th. But behind Sharon by 8 seconds, but, you know, everyone ahead of him's got a pit. What's the pit stop then? Just about 20 odd seconds, 22, 23 seconds Groot was in the pits. So he's going to get a few places when they all pit. And now Racer Brown ahead of Haase. So Haase really is struggling with those tyres. He might have to come in. Thing is, if he's out there doing slow times and Groot's out there doing a stunning outlap on his medium tyres, then Haase's not going to be able to get back ahead of Groot at this point. He wants to get by Racer Brown. He certainly does. He's trying. My word, the audacity of the Finn. He's giving it big balls behind Racer Brown at the moment, giving Racer Brown a lot to think about, whilst Guesty skates away and says, yep, you better battle that one out, Racer Brown. You better put your best efforts into that bad boy, because Anton Poyker's into the pits now. Anton Poyker bringing it in. This is where it gets tasty. Groot was about 6 seconds behind him. This will blast me. Evening Thingy, hope you're well. I'm good, man. I can't wait to see you back on track. We want to get GT7 working so we can see some of the old boys again, like yourself and Matt Psycho. Racer Brown then, they were all pitting, and Haase's gone in. Sharen's decided to get rid of those mediums. Is he going to go on the super softs? The super softs have only lasted about 10 minutes in this race. No, 20 minutes. Oh, maybe super softs could go all the way to the end. Wow. Time's flown. Well, we were only 10 minutes into the race just now. So Guesty there, out there, his mediums are looking very good. So are Racer Brown's. Catula's not too bad. Homesick Alien, he's looked after his as well. Back end stepping out on him. Anton Poyker returns back to track on the mediums. 2 seconds behind 4th place, whom is Homesick Alien. Groot 6 seconds, so no time lost. Pretty much that's where they were when they pitted. And Haas has come out. He's lost a lot of time to Groot. Staying out on those super softs, and Groot's gained on him. Now Haas is going to be worried about what happens with Guesty and Racer Brown, whom, don't forget, will be on the racier tyres after their pit stop. Guesty is in a solid place, it's got to be said at the moment. I don't want to put a curse on it, I don't want to jinx it, or Bandit. He's ahead of Ensign Newitt. He's not pitted, he's going to kill those tyres. He's decided to go until the tyres don't go anymore, and Ensign Newitt on his mediums has caught him up. Jim in 11th after his pit stop. He's gone to the mediums. Oh, I know he's going to get downhearted by this, but dude, it's the Group 2 cars. It's you can't take anything from it. Guess his fuel is flashing. Oh, maybe they do have to put fuel in. I'm getting mixed up with the Megans one, where they don't just have to put a top of particular fuel in. Where's Skyjacker anyway? I didn't even see anything about Skyjacker saying he couldn't make this one. He's huffed off or something. So, Guesty's in. I'm annoyed that Skyjacker's not racing. Bugs me. He should have to race while I'm commentating. Or we should just do a pit stop. So Racer Brown's leading now. Digital Blast me back on the chat. Counting the days, bud. Fingers crossed. The test later will set the ball rolling. We will see. We will see. So Racer Brown leads from Cthulhu. Anton Poyka now up to third on his medium tyres. Homesick Alien yet to pit. Still in fourth. Groot. He has pitted. He's in fifth place. Haza sixth. 7 seconds behind, well, just under 7 seconds behind Groot. They were your 1, 2 and 3 was Anton Poyka, Groot and Haza before the pit stops. Guesty's pitted, he's come out behind him and he's on the super softs, only 1.6 seconds now. Let's not get excited because we saw what happened to Haza, and with his tyres, the tyre management is absolutely critical here, and Racer Brown staying out longer is costing him, obviously now, against Guesty. But he's thinking later in the race when Guesty's slopping around on a dirty old set of super softs that don't work anymore, Racer Brown's going to be having a lovely mint set. So Racer Brown bringing the race into the fold here. I miss racing all these guys. They are fun, aren't they? They're good fun to race with. Cthulhu, a solid drive from Cthulhu so far. Second, Anton Poyka is catching him up. Anton Poyka absolutely flying on those medium tyres, 58.1, but I think that was an outlap, so it can't be counted. Homesick Alien, his fuel is flashing. He's going to have to bring it in soon. He's doing the same as Racer Brown, and he's staying out there to get the best out of the mediums, so his super softs are a lot fresher come the end of the race. Racer Brown brings it in. He brings it in. Cthulhu must bring it in. There's no fuel to go round again, Cthulhu. And that is Anton Poyka back in the lead. But for how long? Because he's on the medium tyres. Although he's doing a 55.8 on them medium tyres. Man alive, he's fast. Groot, he's thinking the same, I bet. He's thinking absolutely. He's lost 2 seconds to Anton Poyka since the pit stops. He's thinking, has he put medium tyres on or what? He has, Groot, I'm afraid. He has. He's just sub-zero alien driving sim driver. Racer Brown out the pits ahead of Haza. Wow, I would not have caught it. Well, fuel, maybe, possibly, I'm not sure. No, the fuel's similar. Wow, I thought he would have lost time to Guesty and Haza. Haza is on the medium tyres. Guesty's going to try and make short work of Haza, but Haza's going to make that Honda as wide as half the cyclists I come across before I go to work. I'm telling you, for such a skinny little bike, you couldn't believe how much road they need. So, Guesty going for the move. Oh, he was not messing around. He committed to that. And is it going to work for him? He's got the grip. And Haza has a little meeting with the barrier and comes off worse as Guesty then moves up to fourth, and he's got to chase Racer Brown, and he should be ahead of Racer Brown. I imagine he's questioning why he's behind Racer Brown. I am. That pit strategy was solid gold. He should be ahead, but Racer Brown's got the advantage with newer tyres. But somehow, some way, Racer Brown, Guesty, what was his outlap? Was only a 56.6, you see. And he spent 4 seconds on his pit lane lap longer than Racer Brown. Ooh, mysteries of mysteries. Anton Poyka, though, 8.7 seconds ahead of Groot. And it's just a question, really, if the super softs can last and catch up with Groot and Anton Poyka from Guesty and Racer Brown. It's their race to come and steal. And we've got 14 minutes left of racing to go, and that's when they've got to do it in. Haza, he's just going to need to stay with them and hope their tyres go away to bring his podium back into a vision. Sharen doing a superb job. Look, he was behind Homesick Alien, he was behind Cthulhu, and somehow in his pit stop, he has turned it around. Turn around. Na, 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 na. I don't even know the words to that. What, Bonnie Tyler? Turn around, bright eyes. Or is it different? Which one was... Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Turn around, every now and then I fall apart, but I need you more than... and I need something ever. Holding me tight, going on forever. Yeah! Who was turning it around? I've even forgot. There was someone who had to say, oh, Shiren turned it around, didn't he? Well done, Shiren. That was for you. You're welcome. I'm here all week. Try the deal. Anton Poiker then is leading this race by 9 seconds. Groot, 3.5 seconds. Racer he's 3.5 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. That was 5 seconds. So Racer Brown already tearing up that tarmac between him and Groot. And Groot, he's got to make some serious life decisions pretty soon. Does he race or does he let Racer Brown go? Big decisions. Guesty there, always a threat as well. In 4th place, he's hoping that it gets a little fruity between the Groot and Racer Brown, and he gains. He's getting purples though, isn't he? Haza then 5th place, dropping behind those guys on the medium tyres. Shiren, he's only 4 seconds. He could catch Haza up. Wow, I did not see Shiren's race. He's had an absolute belter. Katula in 7th. He was up there again. He should be attacking Shiren with those super soft tyres. And yeah, we've seen some people lose out with pit stops. Homesick Alien in 8th place. He's on the super softs. And he'll be hoping to catch some guys ahead of him, but it's not looking likely. Ensign Ewart on his mediums. Nice solid run. 5 seconds ahead of Jim, who's on the mediums. But Jim now in the 58s. He's got that Lexus by the scruff of the neck. He's lapping the same time as Ensign Ewart. And Bandit out there. 58.4 from him on the set of mediums. So there's nothing wrong with the lap times out there. I've got a cough. Excuse me. So Digi in the chat saying fuel probably. That's why Racer Brown pitted, I think. So Anton Poiker looks like he's pulling away from Groot. So Groot's losing pace. He's doing solid 56s at the moment. Racer Brown, 54.4. Ridiculous. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. That is a ridiculous lap time. It really is. I thought 55.1 from Anton Poiker was unbeatable, but 54.4 seconds. Guesty, 54.9. My word, they're going fast. Haza, he's still only 3 seconds behind Guesty. It's not done, is it? It's not done. We've got 10 minutes left of racing. Those super softs we've seen are not great after 10 minutes, and they've had them on for a while. Shiren driving his heart out at the moment, giving it his full beans. He's got his testes right out on the wheel. It's not his hands that are steering that bad boy. It's his penis. He's making bold decisions in this race, absolutely. Katula is in 7th place, cannot live with Shiren and what he's got steering that car at the moment. And Katula looking good for about a 5th place, I thought, earlier in this race, especially when he went onto the super softs. But yeah, it's not gone the way I thought for a few of these guys at the back. Homesick Alien doing a 56.4, but he's not there today, is he? He's not at the edge. Oh yes, Jim's caught up Ensign Ewart from nowhere. Ensign Ewart did a 204.7, has made a huge mistake somewhere, and now Jim gains a position. It's probably a little. Ooh, got a wiggle in the corner, and Ensign said, "Oh, well, I'll have it back if you don't want it." And these two in a bitter battle all the way to the flag on their medium tyres, and that's a one to watch. We'll come back. We shall return. And the Bandit, he's doing solid lap times. Whatever made him lose that big hunker chunk of time, it's a shame, because he would have been in there with that Ensign Ewart and Jim battle. Indeed. Excuse me, I've got burps. I had bolognese just before. Is that why the viewers are going down? I had bolognese before and I rushed it, and now it's repeating on me. I apologise. So Anton Poiker, 10 seconds. Racer Brown's through. Racer Brown's through past Groot. I do apologise. And Racer Brown up into 2nd place. Oh, what a shame. And it looks like we didn't miss it by much. Oh, I've left it too long to press the replay. But Racer Brown now up into 2nd, 9 seconds behind Anton Poiker at 55.3. Anton Poiker last time around at 55.9. Is it enough? Is it enough? Does he have enough time in this race to take that win from Anton Poika. Oh, it's exciting. Groot driving for that last podium position, and he's got Guesty very, very fastly coming towards him. A 55.8 from Guesty last time around. Groot flogging those mediums. He got a 56.6. Still a second slower than Guesty at this point. And it's going to be a long 7-8 minutes for Groot. Guesty smelling a podium ahead of him. And probably wondering how Racer Brown got that move done against him. Haase still clinging on there, hoping those super softs go away from the guys ahead of him, but it's looking less likely as we go into 7.5 minutes left of racing. And Haase just powerless when they're on the mediums. There's just not much they can do. They've just got to keep it consistent, keep it tidy, and hope the super softs give up on the guys around them. Sharon doing a solid job. He's dropped into the 56s now. Those tyres starting to go away from MC. The super softs are starting to show their frailty at this point in the race. And he's nearly a second down on his fastest time. Catula 2.8 seconds behind. And I don't know, I think Catula's tyres are in a little bit of a better state than Sharen's, and we might have a little battle come the end of the race between Cthulhu and Sharen. Homesick Alien 10 seconds adrift in a 59.6. He is not enjoying St. Croix. This is not the usual Alien that we're used to seeing out there. And Jim and Bandit, oh, Ensign Hewitt's had something terrible go on. Oh, he's gone in and put super softs on. He's had enough of the mediums, and he's made another pit stop, put him 8 seconds behind Bandit. And then maybe possibly Ensign Hewitt could catch up Bandit before the end of the race. Anton Poika 7 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown in the 55s. His super softs are still looking quite tidy. 6 minutes to go. And Anton Poika, like I said, there's not much he can do. Oh, he dropped into the 57s for that lap. Is the pressure starting to see the Iceman crack? Hey, Racer Brown hurtling towards him. Groot still in a comfortable position. He's still got a couple of seconds from Guesty, but I imagine he'll be hoping Guesty's tyres fall away anytime soon. He's like, you can run out at any time now, boys. Those tyres, though, super softs, they're looking all right this second half of the race. And Digi in the chat saying the less you use, the less you're stationary from refueling. Oh yeah, fair enough. Dish Blast me saying can save you 4 or 5 seconds if you don't have to top up all the way. That is a fair point, and I did notice with Racer Brown when he pitted, I don't think his fuel was flashing where the other guys all were. So Racer Brown saving that little small bit of fuel, as Digital Blasphemy points out, is what gained him and then positions on Guesty. Anton Poika then 6.5 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Groot still holding that 2 second gap between Guesty, which is great. We're down to less than 5 minutes of racing, and Groot, for his first time out in the Virtual Racers Club, looks like he's looking good for a podium, but we don't want to speak too soon because Guesty has got to fire up his bum, and he is trying to chase that Groot down. Haase, I think he's going to have to settle for 5th place there. I don't think anything's going to come to him with the time that's remaining. It looks like the guys have looked after their tyres well. Sharon, if anything, is something to be threatened, a threat to Haase. Haase can't make a mistake. He did a 57.1 the last time around. Sharon a 56.7, and yes, Haase's position could be a threat from the Russian sensation who's brought it today to this race. Unbelievable stuff in the second half of the race from Sharon. Cthulhu, 4.6 seconds. Homesick Alien's chasing him down. He's doing 56.6s. Cthulhu did 57.6, a second slower than the Alien. And the Homesick Alien possibly could get 7th place by the end of this race if Cthulhu loses a bit more speed. Jim, 9th place for Jim, ahead of Bandit in 10th. And Ensign Hewitt in 11th. But Ensign Hewitt's put those super softs on to see what he can do come the end of the race, and he has pulled in Bandit by half. He was 8 seconds behind the Bandit. Now he's 4 seconds behind him. He's going to smoke him. 55.9 from Ensign Hewitt that time around. Anton Poika, though, 4.5 seconds from Racer Brown. I don't think Racer Brown's got enough time. Anton Poiker of 56.9 his last time around. And I just don't think 3 minutes on the clock. Racer Brown's going to have enough time to catch Anton Poiker here. I guess he's through. Oh my God, where's Groot? Holy moly, what did I miss? Oh, nothing. He's already behind him when the replay reveals. Oh, that's because he's going to blame me and say because the new boy got a podium. Ooh, fuel's flashing for him as well. That's scary. That is scary. He might have had to lift off a lot because of the fuel there. Still with 2.5 minutes on the clock. They're crossing the line now, so that's literally, they're still going to have to do another lap after this lap. The lap they're doing, just starting. And I don't know if Groot's fuel is going to get him all the way there. He's got Shiren coming at him rather fast. Oh dear, Groot's fuel is a big question mark there. He might have to manage that all the way home. Anton Poiker, 3.3 seconds now from Racer Brown, but they are on their final 2 laps. It's this lap and the next lap, and then we're done for the first 40-minute race, and then we'll line up for a second 40-minute race on the softs and the hard tyres. 2.8 seconds. Anton Poiker driving to survive at the moment. Racer Brown on the hunt. Guesty, unbelievable podium. I said it was a possibility, but as things were levelling out, it looked like Groot had that position covered off. Haas's fuel is now flashing. His fuel's flashing all over the place. Shiren, his fuel's not flashing. He's doing fine. He's within a second of Groot. Oh, Katula looks like he's going to have to do some fuel management. Homesick Alien's got plenty of fuel. This could be some upsets come the end of the race. Jim's doing fine. Bandit's doing fine. And so is Ensign Ewart. Ensign Ewart's got that gap to Bandit down to a second with those super softs. Anton Poiker 1.4 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. 50 seconds on the clock. This is absolutely sizzling, I tell you. It's gonna boil over. Anton Poiker then heading towards the line to start the final lap, less than a second ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown has fought all the way through the 40 minutes of this race to get to this position on the final lap to see the back of Anton Poiker. Anton Poiker was absolutely lightning fast come the beginning of this race. He fought his way through the whole grid virtually to take the lead early doors and try and run away with it. And now Racer Brown, his strategy just might be a little bit better. Who knows? Anton Poiker, he's still got some life in the old dog yet. Staying on the inside of the corner, but Racer Brown wastes no time. He's through. I think Anton Poiker's fuel managing. I think he's had to lean out the engine a little bit to get the car to the end. And Racer Brown takes... Oh, hey, Groot. Oh, did he run out of fuel? He's dropped behind a few of them there, Groot. He's finished in 8th position. Jim comes home in 9th, very close. Oh my word. So Anton Poiker down into second. Guesty, he's not close enough to make a move on Anton. And oh, what's going on here? Shiren, Haas's having to fuel save. And Shiren's got that 4th place driver of the first race, definitely. Homesick Aliens gained from Katula. Katula's having to drive. Oh, Katula's out of fuel. My gosh, I said that we're going to see some upsets come the end of the race. And Racer Brown, Anton Poiker's just getting the car to the finish line, it seems. We've had a lot of fuel issues out there come the end of this race. Exciting stuff. And Shiren, 4th place Shiren got. Superb. So Racer Brown, looking like the win is all his. That fuel does look low though. Is he not worried about running out? Maybe he's just going to go full beans until it goes. He's into the final corner, is Racer Brown. And it looks like he is going to take race 1 for the win. Superb stuff. Anton Poiker in 2nd place. And Guesty brings her around to finish out that podium. Take a boo, my son. Superb stuff. Shiren grabs an unexpected 4th place from what we saw earlier when he was behind Homesick Alien. He's wiggling the car to try and get the fuel to last. He's in 4th. Haza comes home in 5th. I imagine he was hoping for more out of that race. Homesick Alien gained a couple of positions near the end there with Groot and Katula. having trouble with their fuel. And then Homesick Alien crosses the line to bag himself 6th place. There's poor Catula, and luckily he's the last car on the lead lap, so he gets to finish the lap for 7th. Groot, very tight on fuel there, looked like a podium in the bag, but the fuel got to him in the end. Jim got a great 9th place ahead of Bandit, and Ensign Hewitt did not pick up that position on the Super Softs. He couldn't get the job done, and he finishes in 11th. And shall we watch Catula's pain? I'm surprised he hasn't paused it and just let it drive itself back to the pits. Alright then, quick look at the chat whilst we wait for Catula to come back. Oh, Digital Blasphemy saying that's thingy pressure. I think that's when I was saying Groot was in 3rd, and then suddenly he had bagged a podium for sure, and now he's finished in 8th. He leaned his car out. I think he just tried to get that car to the end. Oh, we were watching Catula's pain, weren't we? Oh, the clock ran out on him. So there are your results. That was thrilling, wasn't it? Rather. Superb. And there he is, the man, the legend, Racer Brown, holding aloft his trophy and his coral. I'll take you to the race results. We'll have a quick look at those. See when we're racing again. See if anyone wants to poodle around the track for half-time entertainment. And then we shall get back on with race 2. So, the official results, pending stewards' inquiries, is this. Racer Brown took the win. Unbelievable drive from Racer Brown. Anton Poika bags 2nd. Guesty in 3rd. Ren in 4th. Haza coming home in 5th. Homesick Alien 6th. Catula in 7th. Groot in 8th. Jim in 9th. Bandit in 10th. And Ensign Hewitt in 11th. Racer Brown got the fastest lap with a 54.483. And he is taking the piss. No, he's not. But that's very fast. All right, then. Tell us a time, bud. D? Has there already been the time put up? He's really tight with time. He's obviously a non-smoker. He's like, oh yeah, go again in 5 minutes. Right, I'm not hanging about. 2 people have entered. You can look at them sitting in the pit lane. Although it sounds like someone's gone out early doors. Oh, Racer Brown's he's typing. Might get a time. Race at 55, 20:55. $21.02. Random. Cool. I think that's just 10 minutes, but fair play. Right. I'm not moaning. I'm glad. Right then, hards and softs for the next race. You can watch Gru, have a little practice, and I shall see you very soon. Back again. Here we go. Minute to go before we go racing for the second time here at Cinquar for the Super GT. And oh gosh, the Virtual Racers Club. We've got all sorts of fingers in all sorts of social medias. But if you have TikTok, if you're a TikToker, if you like to TikTok, tickety-tock, then you should follow us, Virtual Racers Club, on TikTok. The boss, Talaran, he has just recently edited together a very humorous, maybe Y is R in Spanish. I don't know the Spanish alphabet, but maybe I'm holding a grudge against Cthulhu for no reason. But yeah, he's edited together a rather humorous. It's me. So it's hard for me to say it's humorous, but it is. He's made it, he's done things without my permission. I feel violated. But he's edited together a very funny little clip of me talking. Groot's new. He doesn't know the trend. Although you'd look on that list and see a lot of R's and think, oh, they use R now, not Y. But he's new. We'll give him time. We'll turn him to the dark side, don't you worry. Give it time. He will join us. So, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, we're going to get ready. Oh, yeah, TikTok. We're on other things as well. We've got a website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. You can buy clothes on that website. You can buy Armani t-shirts and stuff. No, I jest. You just buy stuff with VRC on it. It's cracking. And, what else have we got? Discord, but you can get to that through the website. Everything's through the website. Here we go then. Race 2, round 3 of the Super GT. And it's a rolling start, reverse of the results of the first race. Sorry, I couldn't word that properly. And that's the grid, as you can see. We'll get rid of those big numbers and we'll get ourselves prepped up and ready for 40 minutes of insane Group 2 racing for the Super GT. That was a long, slow hold, wasn't it there? Their tyres would have gone very cold. The guys on hard tyres, that was not helpful to them whatsoever. Ensign Newitt then on hards. Bandit's gone soft. Jim is on softs. Groot's gone for a hard. Cthulhu, he's gone soft. Homesick Alien's on hards. And there's Haza, he's got a soft one. Shiren, he's all hard. Guesty, he's on a hard, and Anton Poiker, he's got soft ones, and Racer Brown, huge hard on. So Ensign Newitt leads them away with his hard tyres. Bandit in second place with Jim, and looking already racy on his racing softs. Bandit on those softs as well. And Bandit is this is a repeat from the first race. These two battling it out, but they've got Ensign Newitt on a set of hards ahead of them, and they're going to catch him up rather quick. Lexus on Lexus, as far as the eye can see. Groot there in the Nissan, breaking that Lexus up. Oh, Jim's had a bit of a moment, and he's given Groot a knock. He's coming. Oh, it's just a little unfortunate there. Ensign Newitt is fighting with Bandit. Bandit's trying to get the move done. Ensign Newitt's on the inside, and he's kept the corner even on his racing hard tyres. Bandit's got to find something soon, because he does not want to be stuck behind Ensign Newitt for too much. He's got Cthulhu on the softs as well, coming his way. Homesick Alien up to 4th now. He's on the racing hards. He's dealing with Haza, who's on softs there just behind him. And there's Groot in 6th place after his little knock with Jim. Shiren is in 7th. He's on the racing hards, just ahead of Anton Poiker, who's on the softs. He's going for a move on Shiren. Shiren's on the inside there, but Haza is just ahead of him. Anton Poiker, oh, it's 3 wide ahead of him. It's all crazy. Look at him. Jesus, I'm not even picking the bones out of that one. There's a lot of cars all going around the corner all at the same time. It's magnificent. It's beautiful. Homesick Alien's ahead of them all, but Groot's trying. Oh, Shiren come in late there. He's given Haza a little tap. And, oh, wow. So Groot, he's got ahead of Homesick Alien now. Bandit, Ensign. Oh, Cthulhu's leading now. Cthulhu's leading from Ensign, Bandit. All three of them are in the same place. No, Ensign Newitt's lifted off out of that one. So Cthulhu is your leader, but Bandit is going tail for tail with him around the outside, but he can't keep the grip. And Ensign Hewitt on those hard tyres, staying with them nicely. Group back up into fourth, pulled away from the alien who's fighting the two Finns there. Anton Poika and Haase. Anton Poika must have made a small mistake because Haase's got ahead of him. And then we've got a battle behind them with Guesty, Shiren and Racer Brown. Unbelievable, isn't it? And there's Shiren in 10th spot. Then behind them, Jim, who we saw having an off, and I imagine he is absolutely miffed at himself for that one. But Katula leads by 7 tenths from Bandit. These two are on the racing softs and they're pulling away. Groot's got himself ahead. He's on the hards, but he's got himself ahead of Ensign Hewitt. Homesick Alien next on the disc, but he's fighting hard with Haase. Haase around the outside. Can he make it stick? He does, you know. He got his nose just ahead of Homesick Alien and he's through. He's on the softs, mind, with Homesick on those hards. And now Anton Poika easily getting through as Homesick Alien has a little brush with the barrier, and Guesty catching up with Homesick Alien, bringing Racer Brown and Shiren along with him. Fun times from 7th all the way down to 10th. Unbelievable stuff. Katula leads, and Katula just needs to try and run away from this race and let all that racing behind him take them out of contention. Bandit with him all the way, and Groot. Can Groot get that fuel to take him all the way? Haase then is the 4th person on track ahead of Ensign Hewitt. Ensign Hewitt slipping down the order. He is on those hard tyres. Anton Poika's next up for Ensign, and he gets up the inside quite easily. I don't think Ensign Hewitt put up much of a fight for that one. Homesick Alien is next on track. I think Ensign Hewitt's just trying to hide in his shell and stay out of trouble in this one. Homesick Alien in the Nissan trying to get a tow on Ensign Hewitt as they're going, oh dearie, oh. I think the braking was misjudged there from Homesick and Ensign. He's had to back off at that one. Racer Brown's trying to gain something out of that between Homesick and Ensign. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Oh, I think Homesick, is he on the softer tyre? He's on the hard tyre as well. Just misjudged braking. I think he wasn't expecting Ensign Hewitt to brake so early, and Racer Brown's the man that gains out of that, the winner from race 1, smashing it in 6th place, ahead of Shiren in 7th, Homesick Alien then in 8th, Ensign Hewitt slipping down into 9th, and I think Guesty got all washed up in the lifting saga, and that's brought Jim straight back into this again. Beautiful from Jim on those racing softs, and he's a man with a mission. Look at him, he's going to go for a move on Guesty, not quite. And this is delicious. Meanwhile, 2 seconds for Katula in the lead. He's pulled another second out on the Bandit, who is 1.7 seconds ahead of Groot. But Groot's on them hard tyres, and he's been caught up by the flying fins, the dorsal fins. And Haase, he's not quite made the move. They've been side by side all around that bit. That was delicious. That really was. A banoffee pie. And Groot's still clinging on there ahead of Haase. Oh, delicious, delicious car door-to-door racing. Beautiful stuff here from Groot and Haase. But Haase does finally get the move done, and he gets himself up into 3rd. Groot now has Anton Poika, but Anton Poika messing on. No, he doesn't mess around, does he, Anton Poika? He lets Haase do all the hard work, and then Anton Poika just whips it through. Beautiful. Groot down to 5th place, but those hard tyres might come into play later on as Katula 2.3 seconds ahead of the Bandit, with Haase, Anton Poika and Groot all coming up the hill as well. There's Racer Brown. He's on the hard tyres, 4.2 seconds off of Groot, and already 6.5 minutes into this 40-minute race, and it's been action-packed from every single angle. Shiren throwing it out wide there, giving Homesick Alien some hopes and dreams to cling on to, and the Alien ended up having a good race in the first race. Thought his race wasn't going as well. Oh, lovely little catch up with Shiren there, even though he'd lost a bit over those curbs. And he's, Jim's up into 9th place. He got himself ahead of Guesty. He's 2 seconds behind this battle, though. And Homesick Alien has rocked right up to the back of the Shiren there to let him know his intentions. Oh, Homesick Alien loves that bit of barrier, his Nissan. all racing going on there. Let's have a look. Ooh, Haas is up ahead of Bandit. This is very intriguing up ahead. So Catula is 2.7 seconds, nearly 3-second lead, but Haas is up now into second place ahead of the Bandit. And Anton Poika next up, aiming his sights straight at the back of that Turtle Bandit now. And Bandit under a lot of pressure with this class of driving around him between the two Honda drivers. Groot still in that 5th place, 4 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. And let's have a look. Groot's lap time as he crosses the line. A lovely, it's not 55, is it? It's a 57.3. And Racer Brown a 57.0, only 0.3 faster on that lap. So Racer Brown, a lot of work to do before he can get onto the back of Groot. Sharon next up in 7th. He's got Holmes Segalian along for the ride, and they've got to try and catch Racer Brown up. Then we've got Jim on a recovery drive, a great recovery drive. Thought he was out of it, but he's pulled himself back in, and he's got himself ahead of Guesty, who's on the hard tyres. It's not looking like Guesty's getting to grips with those hard tyres, taking him a couple of laps to find. I think he got stuck behind Holmes Segalian when Holmes Segalian lifted for Ensign Ewart, and that put him on the back step there. And Ensign Ewart's just not happy with those hard tyres, although he's just got himself... Oh, someone's had an off. Who's that? Guesty. Guesty, I reckon, had a little knock with the barrier. Sorry, Guesty, we don't want to rub anything in, but oh, you can see he's coming around. He's pushing like hell. A little bit wide. Oh, it's that barrier. We saw Racer Brown hit that during the qualifying sprint. And great recovery, really. Carried on, did a 360, and then floored it. Beautiful stuff. But now Guesty's got it all to do. Whilst Catula, 2 seconds. Haas has pulled in 7/10 of 55.0 for Haas that lap. And Catula, 56.6. Catula driving. And like he stole it, he's got to, because Haas is bringing it to him. Anton Poika there in 3rd. Both of those, all of these guys at the top here are on the soft tyre. Groot sticking in there. He's staying with them. He's on the hard tyre. This might come to pay dividends for him later in the race. Nearly got a podium in the first race. And if he can get the fuel to last, he's going to be a danger. Racer Brown won from nowhere, really. So still... a lot of action in the game has Racer Brown. Sharon staying with him. Holmes Segalian out wide there, giving Jim an opportunity. Jim on fire on those racing softs, slicing through these Group 2 cars on the hard tyres. He's absolutely loving life. At this point, he's ripping it. Shoulders back, Jim. Show him what you got. Ensign Ewart in 10th ahead of Guesty. Guesty having a nightmare of a race, a worst case scenario in the motorhome, and he was with his team and they discussed what the worst case scenarios are. I think he's living it. He's living the Ferrari life at the moment. He's trying to get the move done on Ensign Ewart, who's not living with those hards very well. And there you go, Guesty back up into 10th place, but he's 3.5. Oh no, he got a wiggle on. He squirreled all the way through that corner. And Ensign Ewart, I don't know if there was a tap, but I don't think there was. I'm going to stick my neck out and say there was not. But yeah, Guesty had a big moment coming up and over the hill. Scary stuff. No grip on those hard tyres whatsoever. And oh, Ensign Ewart is looking tasty as they come into the section here. Ensign Ewart fancies a piece of Guesty at the moment. He's backed out of it. I want to go back to see how Catula's doing against the Flying Finns. But this battle is just too tasty to go away from. Ensign Ewart really is giving Guesty something to think about. I think Guesty's got the move done now. I think that's it. He's gone through that corner a bit quicker than Ensign. So Catula is a second ahead of Haase. 56.3 last time around for Haase. Catula 56.9. Are these tyres starting to go? We are 12 minutes into the race. And the racing softs, they could be starting to lose something. Not Anton Poika's. He's very delicate to him. I'd let him massage me any day. If he can look after his tyres like that, he must have a very subtle touch. Groot is fourth. He's got himself ahead of Bandit. Bandit starting to have tyre issues possibly. And Groot on those hard tyres. 4 seconds from Anton Poika. You've got to say, he's the danger man in this race so far. Bandit surviving with those softs, going away from him. Racer Brown closing in. And who's going to be the first to make the pits? Sharon. It's 4 seconds adrift. 3 seconds from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien, I think it's going to go very long in this though. Jim closing in on the Alien with his racing softs. He had a huge moment on the first lap, and he's having to drive back from that. He's got Homesick Alien in his sights. He did a 59.4 his last time around. Foot planted around that. The grip in these cars, unbelievable. Heavy onto the brakes. Third gear, closes that gap, lovely. Picks up the accelerator. Beautiful drive from Jim here. Knocks it up to fourth, fifth. He is totally in control of his Lexus. Just coming down the hill, not even a lift. Look at that, unbelievable power in these cars, up to 175 miles an hour before braking for that corner. Front end a bit of understeer as he went in there, and Homesick Alien managed to pull away from him a little bit there out of that corner. Let's have a look around. Katula 8/10s, he's holding ground from Haase, but Haase's intentions are very clear. Anton Poika looked like he dropped the car there a little bit. It looked like it wiggled as he was going through that corner. Groot 4.8 seconds away from Anton Poika, but he's the top hard driver with Bandit in fifth. Racer Brown closing the gap to Bandit. I think Bandit's tyres starting to go away. Now I'd say Bandit would be the first in to pit, but he doesn't. He likes to get his money's worth out of his tyres. He keeps them on until they are no good whatsoever. But at this point, I think he's sort of nearly in the laps of hard tyres. Racer Brown doing a 56.9 on his hards. It's just ridiculous. Sharon 4.4 seconds away from Racer Brown in seventh, and Sharon, he's got a nice little gap to the Alien. And Homesick Alien, his lap times a little bit shaky on those hard tyres. He has pulled away from Jim a little bit, but Jim super consistent. Look at that, 58s and 159. Apart from that first lap incident, Jim's had an absolutely cracking race. Guesty though on the case, he's finding some time on those racing hards, and Ensenua, he is not happy with hard tyres. Katula 7/10. Who's going to pit first? Oh, Groot. Racer Brown is through and past Bandit now. And Bandit, I'd say he'd want to change his tyres. He's definitely lost grip out there, but he will not. He'll stay out there until the bitter end, will Bandit. And Cthulhu, saw him putting a wheel off a little bit there, giving Haase a run on him. And I think that's all Haase needs, half a chance. Half a chance, Haase's chance. So, here we go. We are 23 minutes left, just under 24 minutes left, and it looks like Cthulhu is really struggling with grip there. His car is wobbling around. It's gone wide there, and Haase just says, "Thank you, sir." But Cthulhu flooring it on the inside. And the inside is where you want to be, coming up to this corner. Anton Poika looks like he wants to join the party as well. And for the lead, we've got a three-way battle. Cthulhu's still there on the inside. And, Haase, knowing that you can only ever drift out to that barrier, got his nose out of there, because Cthulhu would have just ended up putting him in the wall. Not on purpose, just that's the way it goes, and it's tight there. Oh, my word, and Haase's gone for the move. Cthulhu's clinging on in there, and Anton Poika following him through. And I think Cthulhu knows he's just got no chance with the tyres he's got against these two Hondas, who are absolutely flying. Anton Poika trying to take the lead away from Haase. Cthulhu's trying to get on his toe. I just don't think Cthulhu's got the grip left on those tyres. He's got no meat. Look, the back end wants to step out on him. cracking racing going on for the lead of this race. Anton Poika ahead of Haase, ahead of Cthulhu. Groot, the top Brit, in fourth on hard tyres, doing a solid race so far. He's got Racer Brown 3.6 seconds behind him, but I don't think Racer Brown's really been making great inroads to Groot. And there you go, Cthulhu's the first man in. Cthulhu is the first man in. Is he going to start a chain reaction? You caught me in the middle of a chain reaction. Jeez, we're getting all the breaks out, aren't we? Ross and Tyler. My gosh. So Anton Poika leads with Haase in second. Groot now moves up into third. Racer Brown in fourth. Bandit in fifth. Shiren in sixth. Where is he? Seventh is Homesick Alien. Guesty in eighth. Ninth for Jim. And Cthulhu there comes out in 10th place on hard tyres. Top and ready to go. Is that enough fuel to get to the end? We have seen that fuel was becoming an issue come the end of that first race. And he's topped right up, but he's got over half a race to go. Interesting. Jim's ahead of him. Jim's tyres, though, all but done. Did a 2-minute last time around. He might be thinking pit, but he might want to get halfway. Anton Poika, 2/10 ahead of Haase. These two on the same tyres, same strategy. They're going hard all the way to the end of this race. Groot looking to get the podium he missed out on in the first race, but he's got Racer Brown behind him who's got something to say about it. Maybe Shiren, possibly, I don't know. Bandit is 4, no, Shiren's 6 seconds behind Racer Brown, but Shiren did work magic. He Harry Pottered that first race, so you never know what might happen. Guesty in 7th. He's got himself ahead of Alien. Oh my lord. We saw Guesty struggling back there, right at the back, and he's got himself past Jim and Homesick Alien for 7th place, and he's 4.3 seconds behind Shiren. Homesick Alien not happy with something here. It's the Nissan and the track possibly not mixing very well. The Alien. Jim 1.9 seconds behind Homesick Alien. Those tyres going away. Homie's gone in, and Shiren's gone in. Oh my god, I always call him Alien. I've never thought I could call him Homie. My homie. Anton Poika stays out. Haase is staying out. Their tyres are shot, and Groot is catching them on the hard tyres now. Interesting. This is where we saw Anton Poika and Haase kind of throw it away in the first race. They stayed out too long and lost the positions. So Groot is lapping faster than the two Finns ahead of him. Interesting stuff. Racer Brown, he's not gaining on Groot at all in his Lexus. Bandit staying out there with a very old set of tyres. Those tyres absolutely mullered. Guesty, look at him. He was last like 10 minutes ago, and he's up to 6th. Jim in 7th. He's killing the tyres for as long as he can. Cthulhu's got himself a set of hard tyres on. He pitted first, and he's not made no great gains so far. Homesick Alien and Shiren, because Shiren and Homesick have both pitted, but they've both gone to the soft tyre. And how much of a gap have they got to make up? Homesick's 4 seconds behind Shiren. Shiren's 9 seconds behind Ensign. He's going to be pitting pretty soon just for fuel. And he's 3 seconds behind Cthulhu. And that is who Homesick and Shiren are aiming for. Anton Poika brings it in, and so does Haase. And Groot takes over the lead. Look at that, glorious. Fuel's flashing. He'll be well aware of fuel after the first race. Racer Brown stays out as well on his hards. They continue on. Bandit absolutely getting his money's worth out of those racing softs. He's not messing about. Guesty's gone in as well. Jim's killing his tyres. He still thinks there's still life in those tyres yet to continue on. Someone's just coming out of the pits. It's Anton Poika, and Jim doesn't quite gain that position from Anton Poika, and Anton Poika out in 4th behind Bandit. And more importantly, he's 21 seconds behind Groot, which is very close to a pit stop. Jim, how long can he keep those tyres going? Haase comes out in 6th. Katula up to 7th now. Shiren's moved up to 8th. Homesick's 9th. Because Guesty pitted to get them softs on, and Ensign Ewert's in the pits to get his softs on. Yeah! Now we're in a party. Groot 3.6 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. These two are going to be coming in, putting soft tyres on. Anton Poika and Haase are having to continue the rest of the race on hard tyres. Again, it's very interesting. Jim's fuel screaming out for a pit stop. And Bandit's fuel's great. His tyres are terrible, but he's continuing on. He sticks to a strategy. He doesn't care what's going on with his tyres or anything. He's thinking, I'm doing a one stop, and I don't care how mullered my tyres are. So Groot, I imagine, he's going to be in on this lap because his fuel's looking. He might get another lap out of that, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I'd be confident. He has different readout on his telemetry than we can see. No, he's in. He's not messing about. He's in, and there's only 16 and a half minutes left for this race. Racer Brown following him in, and Bandit's still got fuel, so it's hard to judge. He might try and go around again. Anton Poika, he'll be looking to try and pick up the lead here, but it's very tight between Groot and Racer Brown. Bandit does go in, so Anton Poika takes the lead of the race. Jim's going in the background. That puts Haase up into 2nd place. And we haven't seen Groot or Racer Brown back out on track yet. I can see him now just appearing. Groot in 3rd. No, Katula with that early stop, which I really did write it off as thinking he's mullered his race up. He's really screwed it up. He's up into 3rd now. Groot, though, on racing softs behind Katula, is going to make that 3rd place disappear, I assume, with the grip that the softs give you against the hards. But Katula is going to make it as difficult for Groot as he possibly can. And Anton Poika as well on the hard tyres. Haase on the hard tyres. Groot's only 6 seconds away from him. 15 minutes to go. OMG. Anything can happen. This race is alive. You've got Racer Brown just behind Groot as well. Just as nippy on the soft tyres. Shiren is in 6th place. He's 6.5 seconds behind Racer Brown. Homesick Alien 3.6 seconds behind Shiren. He's caught Shiren up. He's finding some pace in that Nissan in this second half part of this second race. And Homesick Alien's going for it. Guesty's going for it. Bandit's out of the pits on his hard tyres behind Guesty. I don't think there's anything he can do about Guesty, or who's on the soft tyres. He's ahead of Jim now, who's on the hard tyres, and he's ahead of Ensign Ewert, who's on the soft tyres. So Jim could be in danger here. 4 seconds to Anton Poika, to Haase, and then we've got Groot on the soft tyres. He's already got past Cthulhu, who's on the hards, and now Cthulhu is Racer Brown's problem. But how much of a problem is he going to be for Racer Brown? Racer Brown making swift work of anyone he comes across. Car 86, fantastic driver, fantastic racecraft on the man. He got the win in the first race, and there's a reason he gets those wins. It's because he's in fast. He's looming fast. So he's going for a move on the Nissan down the straight. He's got the toe. Got a good drive out of the final corner. Is he going to be later on the brakes into it? He should be, because he's on them softs. Very much later on the brakes into that first corner. And now he's chasing down Groot. And Groot's caught Haase up. This is phenomenal. The two Finns may have been caught out with those hard tyres later in the race. And Groot up into second place, ripping it up. He's ripping up the rule book. He's thrown it out the window. He's saying, I'll do the strategy the wrong way round and still keep the back end in line. Great stuff from Groot. Anton Poika, 4.5 seconds up the road. I imagine he hoped his fellow countryman was harder to overtake for Groot than he was. Racer Brown's on it now. And Racer Brown wasted no time trying to go for that outside line to come back onto the inside. Beautiful stuff from Racer Brown. Textbook drive. And he's up through and into third place, chasing down Groot. 1.8 seconds. Groot's already pulled in on Haase. And we have got a race on. 12, just under 13 minutes of racing left here at round 3, race 2 of the Super GTs at St. Croix. It is St. Croix. I keep saying it's at St. Croix. Sorry, I was just quickly reading Discord. So Anton Poiker, 3.5 seconds ahead of Groot. Groot, don't scare me, man. Don't do things like that. Drive properly. Stop driving so fast. You might go off. And Racer Brown, 1.9 seconds behind Groot, and he's probably scratched his head saying, who's this Groot fella? And where did he come from? He come from Akapat Racing. And he's very swift. He's a VRC champion. I know I keep joking, he's a new lad. New boy, but he is a VRC champion of the HPEC for sure. One I definitely know. Where's Skyjacker? Do I have to call the police? Do I have to put a missing person out? What's going on? I know he has his 007 sort of missions every now and again. He didn't even mention that he was off jet setting. Maybe this one was a real undercover one, not with the whole what is happening at the moment. So Haza then, 4th place. Katula, it looks to be, is like he's catching up Haza. We've got 11 minutes left of racing, and Katula, he might fancy that 4th place ahead of him. Racer Brown and Groot continuing on, and those tyres are going to see him easily to the end, and I'm guessing the fuel is as well. And Anton Poiker is definitely in trouble here, 1.7 seconds ahead of Groot, and Groot might be joining the winner's circle on his first attempt. Great, well, second attempt. Well, first attempt. We'll class the whole evening as one attempt. 2 races, 1 attempt. But he's doing it. Or maybe he's not. I said that last time, didn't I, about the podium. And Racer Brown up in his pace now. And he's saying, yeah, well, just watch this. Haza then is in 4th, less than a second ahead of Katula. Katula really is starting to put the pressure on Haza. Behind them, they've got Shiren, who's catching him. He's on the soft tyres. Them two are on the hard, so yes, it's not totally unbelievable that Shiren might catch him and get that 4th place. Shiren absolutely flaming it today, isn't he, here at St. Croix? Homesick Alien, 7th spot. And maybe he's hoping he can catch up. Katula and Haza also. He's 5 seconds behind Shiren. And Guesty is gaining on Homesick. He did a 55.0 his last time around. Homesick Alien, 56.5. He's got to be careful. Guesty, every point counts in this championship, I tell thee. Every single point. Bandit holding on to 9th with those hard tyres. Ensign Ewart in a racy kind of frame of mind with Jim. Jim on the hard tyres, though. I don't think Jim has got anything to defend with those hard tyres. And there we see Groot's in the lead. Sorry. Let's have a look. So here we go. A replay. Anton Poiker just straight over the bridge. Got the... Ooh! He had to think about it. I think he was thinking about not doing it, and then I think he decided to do it. It seemed like there was a little bit of caution before that move was made. But Anton Poiker now, ooh, he's down to 2nd, maybe 3rd, because the Racer Brown is going for it. And Anton Poiker on those hard tyres just doesn't have anything to defend with. And Racer Brown and Groot are through and up into 1st and 2nd. Groot doing a faster lap than he's done before, a 54.6, but Racer Brown's done a 54.3, and it's going to be a tough job for Groot. 8 minutes to go. Oh, he's had a little knock with the wall. It's a tough job for Groot. It really is, against a very, very fast Racer Brown at the moment. He's got the bit between his teeth, ladies and gentlemen, and Racer Brown fancies a double win here, and I mean, he needs it. I don't know where he needs it. He's in that battle with Anton Poiker. And there is definitely tracks where Anton Poiker is stronger than Racer Brown. Oh, and not just Anton Poiker, Haza as well, don't forget. So, imagine a Racer Brown, he needs every point he can get. it seems like the two Finns are not totally blowing St. Croix out of the water here tonight. I mean, they're third and fourth, and I'm talking about them having a bad race. That's the state of things with those two Finns. So Group there, a second ahead of Racer Brown. This is going to be tight all the way to the flag. We'll have a quick run through and come back to this battle. Anton Poika on the hard tyres. Looks like a solid third place for him. Haza in fourth. Then, Shiren's got himself ahead of Katula. Katula's dropped off a little bit there. So Shiren, and he's only 2.3 seconds behind Haza on those racing softs. Plenty of time in this race for him to gain a couple of positions there. Katula then in sixth. Homesick Alien, 2.2 seconds. He's still got Guesty behind him, even though Guesty is very incredibly fast in his Lexus. And there we go, Guesty going for the move on the Alien. And does he get it? He does. He does. And there goes the Purple Warrior up and into a seventh place. The Nissan struggling here at St. Croix with Homesick Alien at the helm. But he's trying to come back at Guesty. He's trying to make a fight of it. He's trying to get something out of this. Like I said, they're all driving for the points. It's only round 3 of a 10-round championship, and every point is counting already. So Groot, 1.1 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Holy schmoly. Can Groot hold on? It looks like fuel is not an issue in this race. Maybe those harder tyres means they don't burn up as much fuel in the first part of the race. And Groot so far 1 second ahead of Racer Brown. Anton Poika has dropped behind them, but I think on those hard tyres he's just driving for third today. Haza, he'll be looking in his rearview mirrors at Shiren, 2 seconds adrift. Katula 3 seconds behind Shiren. Guesty now breaking free of Homesick Alien, only 1.5 seconds behind Cthulhu. And Homesick Alien staying very close to Guesty. Then we've got 20 seconds down the road to Bandit, Ensign Hewitt, and then Jim. So really it's Cthulhu who's under threat, because we've got to keep an eye on. Cthulhu clinging on to those racing hards, trying not to fall too hard. And Guesty and Homesick Alien are lining him up before the end of this race to get the move done. And Homesick Alien getting a toe off of Guesty, Guesty getting a toe off of Cthulhu, and Cthulhu is the tower at this point. Groot then 1 second. Cthulhu is 3/10. Sorry, I shouldn't have cut away then. I was just thinking, I've been looking at these for a while. I should look at something else. But there's a race on. I pulled away from a race. It's like bloody ITV when they used to do F1. Got an advert when Hackney wins the championship. My gosh, did you see that? Guesty nearly, reactions of a cat from Guesty, nearly getting caught out with Cthulhu in the braking zone. Slung it to one side. He still hasn't got the move done, but I'm pretty sure under braking he should get this one in the bag in the first corner, and he does. Beautiful stuff from Guesty, up to 6th, but very much nearly got caught out from Cthulhu. He had to make a quick reaction there. Cthulhu coming back at Guesty, fancies it. Well, Homesick's coming in fast. Whoa! Homesick came in fast there. I don't think there was any kind of contact, so great move from Homesick. Just whipped it in there. Got himself 7th, Cthulhu down to 8th. Oh, it was always a possibility on those hard tyres. It was always going to be a tricky race. Bandit on the hard tyres, holding on to 9th place so far. Ensign Hewitt's all in all kinds of trouble. Jim on the hard tyres. He's up and into 10th. And I bet Jim didn't expect to see anyone again in this race. But he's come through good and wholesome as Ensign Hewitt struggling with his tyres. Ensign Hewitt's trying to come back at Jim, but no. Jim's got him seen off, and there you go. Groot still leading 1 second ahead. We've got 3 minutes left of racing. And my gosh, I am feeling rather sweaty watching these two. It's making me get on the edge of my seat. It's exciting stuff. Anton Poika, 5.5 seconds behind him, 6 seconds ahead of Haza. Shiren is within 2 seconds of Haza, but as his tyres gone, you can see he's wiggling under the accelerator. His Nissan just does not want to play anymore. Guesty 6th, Homesick Alien in 7th, Catula staying with them, hoping that those soft tyres go away from the guys ahead of them, and the Homesick Aliens are starting to look a bit tired. Old, I mean, they are tyres. So Catula still might fancy picking up a position off of Homesick, because Homesick's tyres are in an awful state. Groot is holding his own up there ahead of Racer Brown. And Racer Brown's tyres are very tidy. Groot's a little bit more worn than Racer Brown's. Maybe Racer Brown biding his time. They might just get another lap in. Well, yeah, they'll get another lap in after this lap, but that will be the final lap. So this is the penultimate lap. Racer Brown 1.4 seconds now behind Groot. Groot's finding a little extra, and he's pulling it out the bag and showing it to Racer Brown, saying, look at that. Look at that, eh? 1.6 seconds. Anton Poika, 6.6 seconds behind him on the hard tyres. Looks like he's got a solid podium in the bag there. Haza, championship leader. It's not gone his way this evening, it has to be said. Lost a couple of positions, down to strategy in the first race. Shiren's had a big spin. Oh, Guesty's coming around. Guesty says, thank you very much. Big up, my Russian friend. And Shiren, though, he's still ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien struggling with tyre wear there. And Catula is very close to the Alien. And Shiren having to pull out the way because his engine is absolutely buggered. And Catula comes through as well. Poor Shiren, right near the end of the race. 30 seconds to go. Groot crosses the line with 30 seconds to go. One more lap he's got to put up with it from Racer Brown. And that's it for those two. Anton Poika, I believe. Oh, no, he'll get through, won't he? 30 seconds. So Anton Poika gets into the last lap. And so does Haza. Next up is Guesty in 5th. Ooh, funky. He was having a terrible race at the beginning of this one. Up to 5th. Homesick Alien gets to do another lap also. Catula in 7th gets to do a lap, and so does Shiren. It'll be Bandit, the first of the finishers. Jim under that battling with Ensign Ewer all the way to the flag. And here comes a Bandit around the final corner to complete the race. And a good race there as well, 9th place. Superb. There you go, Bandit bags himself some points. Jim finishes ahead of Ensign Ewer for 10th and Ensign Ewer in 11th. Right then, Group 1.3 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Anton Poika's clear of anyone around him. Haza's clear. Guesty's clear. Homesick Alien could have trouble from Shiren. Shiren's just taken Cthulhu back. But Cthulhu is low on fuel. But there we go, Groot coming up to the final sector of the lap. 1.3 seconds of Racer Brown. I don't think he's got anything. He's got no fuel on board. I don't think he's got anything in his tank to fight back with Groot. And Groot just has to stay on the grey stuff and bring it home for one more corner. And here we see AXR Groot comes to the line to take his first win in the Super GTs. Well done, Groot. Great drive. Racer Brown gets himself second spot, and Anton Poika brings it around the final corner. Take a boo, my son. Well done. And that's Anton Poika finishing 3rd. Haza comes home in 4th, trying to get that last of the fuel out of his car. Guesty, surprising 5th, really. That's super. Homesick Alien comes home in 6th. Still good points for Homesick Alien. And Shiren playing dare with the pit wall there, it looks like. So Shiren, whoa, gets his 7th and loses control of the car. As Cthulhu gets 8th, Bandit 9th, Jim in 10th. Ensign Ewer in 11th. What an exciting couple of races. And there he is. There he is. Who are you? Who are you? Groot takes the win. Great stuff. I know his car was not under the livery specs. I think he was given a buy this week because he's only just joined. He's new. We don't want to scare him away. He's only just come. So Groot, great win after the disappointment from the first race, losing out on that podium. Comes back bigger and stronger. And Rayson Brown and Anton Boyka and Haza and Guesty all stood around saying, "Who's this guy? What's this about?" Rayson Brown comes home in second place with Anton Boyka rounding out your podium. And that championship table is going to be very interesting next week. Haza gets fourth, Guesty in fifth, Homesick Alien in sixth, Shren seventh, Cthulhu in eighth, Bandit in ninth, Jim in 10th, Ensign Ewart in 11th. Racer Brown got the fastest lap with a 1:54.357. Superb. Right. Excuse me. Let me just finish my coffee before I start going through everything. Shren, you're not allowed to wiggle over the line, skid over the line or anything. You might get into trouble, my friend. Hopefully not, but you might. I know you like to just do the sway thing, but because you spun it, they might tell you off. Ensign Ewart's in the chat says, "Was always going to be a night of pain. Congrats, Groot. Cheers, thingy. Great comms." Oh man, it looked good though, Ensign. It was good racing with some people. Jim and Bandit. It's got to take small victories, but Cinquois in a Group 2 car is a very tricky thing indeed. Right then, it's Tuesday night, innit? So that was the Super GTs. Thursday, hopefully we'll find Skyjacker, and then we can have ourselves a Renault Megane race. So Thursday night, I'll try and tell you where we are. Oh, I was going to guess, but it's best not to. We've just done Big Willow. I'm going to guess at Suzuka. So the Renault Meganes racing around the Brazilian track on Thursday evening. Join us then. I'm going to go out in the garden and have a look for Skyjacker, see if we can find where he is before that race. Friday night, we might do a stream. I'm not sure. We've been doing those little Clios and we've been having fun. And I'm pretty sure Homesick Alien did mention he's going to do another one, but he doesn't know what track. I think he's trying to think. I say Laguna Seca. Okay, that's my 2 pennies worth. But then I said Bathurst, and that they feel like that didn't work. So that's Friday night. And that's your week of racing here at the Virtual Racers Club. And then next Tuesday, we'll be back with the Super GTs. And we will be racing at... Ooh, I like Spain. Barcelona. Okay, thank you very much for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. Don't forget to check out our website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed that belch. And I will see you on Thursday. Tooroo, peace and love. Peace and love. What about what?
What about you? I was your commentator.
Oh, bugger, yeah, I didn't tell you my name. Oh, cheers, Zach. So, I was broadcaster. I thought I was missing something. I thought something went right. I was your commentator and your broadcaster, Eric Shun. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. Peace and love. Peace and love. Tooroo.